Welcome to the town of Concord, Massachusetts. Settled in 1635, the first settlement above tidewater in Massachusetts, or away from the coast. We're standing in front of the old Burial Hill, which is where the first village settlements were placed in. The original townhouse sat on the top of the hill until 1711, when it was moved across the street. In 1711, the second meeting house in Concord was placed in the location behind me. Its claim to fame would come later in 1774 in the month of October, when the illegal provincial Congress met here and planned the events that would begin the American Revolution. The Wright Tavern, constructed in 1747, takes its name from the gentleman who leased it on the infamous day, the 19th of April, 1775, when the King's soldiers came out of Boston and into Concord. It was at this location on that morning that the officers and their commanding officer, Lieutenant Colonel Smith, used this building as their headquarters. This section of Concord, the commercial district, draws its name, the Mill Dam, from the fact that in 1639, a small brook passing through here was dammed up and mills were built to begin the commercial enterprise with lumber and grist mills. The structure, now known as the Colonial Inn, was constructed in 1716, its first section. By 1775, additions had been placed on it, and it was used as a storehouse for the colonial supplies that were hidden here. On the 19th of April, British soldiers that had been wounded to dead were tended to, and by the 19th century this had become a boarding house. In the 20th century it became what you see now, the Colonial Inn. The present townhouse was built in 1851 on the site of a former courthouse from the 18th century, destroyed by fire a few years before. Many well-known people participated in events at this location, including lectures by Henry David Thoreau, Ralph Waldo Emerson, and the abolitionist John Brown. Welcome to Minuteman National Historical Park. We are at the Great Bridge, or North Bridge as it's called, and this location became famous on the 19th of April in 1775, when the King's soldiers came out to here and had a very short 5-minute skirmish with provincial minute and militia. As a result of that skirmish, the beginnings of the American Revolution would come into focus. We are approaching the 1836 Battle Monument, erected by the citizens of Concord to commemorate the events that took place on this hallowed ground. And we also approach the grave of British soldiers, the burial location of 2 soldiers from the 4th Light Infantry that died at the skirmish here in '75.